There will be 2 to go when they take the green. Chase Briscoe looking for his first career win on the inside of that 29 truck.
Great restart.
He may have them cleared by the time they get to turn 1.
Bell not giving up, digging on the outside.
Little side draft.
He's going to pinch him down just like Chase was doing him.
Side by side, Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell. Maybe even touch there going into 3. Oh, Briscoe gets loose. Austin Wayne Self around. Heavy contact with the 99 of Peters, up and over. Austin Wayne Self in the 22, and that upside down 99 is Timothy Peters in that truck for the very first time this season.
Timothy was giving that truck such a great ride.
Yeah, looks like windows net's loose.
Yeah, see the fluid coming out of that truck.
Fortunately, there were no abrupt hits for Timothy, so I'm going to say he's pretty okay.
Look at the damage to that truck. It's amazing how much damage the grass causes on the front stretches of these racetracks.
Well, he got sideways and it ripped the right front off, and that's what dug in. You see all the grass on the right front of the truck, and that's what got it flipping over.
Immediately trying to contain the fluids as the crew members, or the safety crew members, go to work and communicating with Timothy Peters. Under red, they've stopped all the trucks over in turn 3.
There's Austin Wayne Self
being assisted to the ambulance. He'll be taken to the medical center.
Austin Wayne had such a good run going as well. Been up in the top 10 here in the latter part of this race.
Ever been in a situation like this where you've been upside down and in a position that Timothy is in right here?
Well, I've only been upside down one time, and that was at Talladega a number of years ago. And fortunately, the car was on fire, so I crawled out under my own power. And once I got out, then a couple guys. One was a photographer that actually dragged me away from the car. It wasn't a big fire, but that's the only time I've ever been upside down.
Knock on wood, fortunately, I've never been upside down.
Because as you hang there, it's got to be, presuming that everything would be okay, even just hanging there is an uncomfortable position in which to be in. I know in visiting with A.J. Allmendinger about a similar situation that he was in earlier in this season in the Cup Series, hanging upside down in the car at that time, and how you're just waiting to
they're
be extracted from the vehicle.
They're getting ready to turn that truck back over. You see them put some straps on it. They will pull that truck back over. They practice doing this.
And again, the good sign that Timothy had released the window net, which alerts us to the fact that he's certainly aware of what's happening and what's going on, but because of the gravity, you couldn't really tell that the window net was down. It was actually hanging. So now they want to be very gentle about turning this truck back right side over.
Yeah, Timothy's just staying in the truck, get it turned over.
So they're bringing the trucks back around, and they will come down across the start-finish line, and signify the end of the race as they take the checkered flag under yellow. And Christopher Bell will win for the 4th time in his career.
And ironically, he passed Chase exactly how Chase passed him.
Side by side on the restart, but I know that's not the way Bell wanted to win it.
No, that's for sure. Remember, they got to the start-finish line to take the white flag.
So they had taken the white flag.
Came out, and that's why this race is official.
Yep.
You have to maintain caution speed, which obviously they did. So that's why Christopher Bell is declared our winner. And Todd, you said it exactly right. Chase Briscoe got the lead from Christopher Bell on a restart, and Christopher got it back on a restart.
You know, we see it a lot on these mile-and-a-halfs with these trucks. Outside lane has momentum. And that's exactly how they passed each other coming off of 4. That outside had a little momentum and got him to the front.
And Buddy Cisco not pleased with why his driver, the 29 of Chase Briscoe, is going to end up in 2nd place tonight. Apologize for any language that you may have heard come across the airwaves. And you saw Buddy Cisco congratulating his pit crew for a job well done, and that is certainly the case. But because Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe had crossed the line to take the white flag, and here you see it, the white right there, and the race is determined by that amount as they pass the scoring loop. And then the yellow flag will come out. You see the lights on the fence signifying that the caution is out. So they go back and they look at the video and who was leading.
Yeah, whatever video is available, they will determine that to determine finishing positions, not previously to determine, as we see Timothy sitting in others as they turn that truck back over.
Look at the dirt and the earth attached to that truck as they turn him right side over. Wow, what a great view.
That's a great view right there.
And to see Timothy Peters be able to take off that wheel, unplug the helmet, and he'll climb out to a great round of applause for what he just endured.
Much appreciated by the crowd.
Had a great run going. Fast all night.
And thank you to NASCAR and these truck builders that Timothy can just jump out of that thing and walk away.
I was going to say, he's not going to victory lane, but maybe the biggest winner of the night right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, a tough finish for Timothy Peters and a tough finish for Chase Briscoe as well, to have given it what he gave all night long and for it to come down to this at the finish. There's the replay of the accident that brought out the final caution in the wild ride endured by Timothy Peters.
It looked like the 22 of Austin Wayself just got a little bit loose on exit of turn number 4, got into Johnny Sauter. Watch him get loose on the bottom, gets into Johnny a little bit, turns him sideways. Ben Rhodes able to get by. Timothy commits to the bottom. Austin Wayne comes down there. A wild ride for Timothy. Well, Timothy just really didn't even have any choice but to go to the bottom, did he?
No, that normally Austin would have probably come back up the racetrack after that, and he didn't.
How about the view from Matt Crafton? And this is Timothy Peters. Watch this ride.
Wow.
And the finish, remember when this was to take the white, and then when the yellow comes out, the race is over, and you go to the video evidence of which vehicle happened to be in the lead. And Christopher Bell is in victory lane with Hermie Sadler. Hermie?
What a wild night it's been for Christopher Bell here tonight at Texas. He starts 21st. He drives to the front, then withstands a tremendous effort from Chase Briscoe. What a day it's been for you guys. You start 21st, you drive to the front. Ultimately, the race came down to a series of restarts with you and Chase Briscoe. What an effort he put up, but what made the difference for you to snag this victory?
Man, it's just all aero. First off, I want to make sure everyone's okay. It's kind of a sorrow victory here in victory lane. That was a pretty bad flip, and I've taken my fair share of flips, and it hurts a lot worse whenever it's in the grass like that one was. So I hope he's okay, man. That's the most important part. But second of all, we're in victory lane, so it's just a dream come true to be able to win here in Texas, my hometown. All of the Tundras are built right here in Texas, so it's a huge win for us, everybody at Toyota and Toyota Racing Development. Man, our JBL Tundra was super, super good.
Austin Wayne walked away. Timothy Peters also walked away from that accident, so that's good news. Last week at Dover, you had your first adversity of this season. What does this say about you and your team, how you're able to come back from that and get a victory?
Well, it's huge. We've been so fast throughout the entire year. All of our partners have done such a great job bringing really fast cars, our Rowdy Manufacturing chassis, and everyone at Joe Gibbs Racing Engines. They just work so hard to bring really fast Tundras to the racetrack, and I'm the lucky one that gets to drive them.
That's Christopher Bell. He goes from 21st to 1st here at Texas.
And he mentioned his hometown. He's from Norman, Oklahoma. Certainly his home track, the closest of the track. The white flag waves.
Obviously, the 4 truck of Christopher Bell is ahead right now.
And then you got to wait until you see the caution light come on.
The 29 is gaining momentum. Looks like right now they're dead even. Looks like the rear bumper of the 29 truck is ahead of the 4 truck when we see the caution lights. Now, maybe there's a delay when the caution lights, but when they flip the switch in the tower to turn on the caution, that's the moment that race would end. Now, we have to be told from NASCAR if there was a delay, because to me, looking at the rear bumpers of those 2 trucks, it looks to me like the 29 truck is a few inches ahead of the 4.
And in these situations, we're told that NASCAR, by their system to determine the winners, they look at the video evidence that would indicate to them which driver happens to be in front. Now let's check in with Alan.
And here with Chase Briscoe, we just watched the video together. There was confusion after the race. After watching that video, is anything more cleared up for you?
It was close. I know that much. You know, it was a fun race. It was awesome racing with Christopher. Me and Bell are really good friends. We've literally known each other for the past 6-7 years and always racing. So it was fun to put on a show with him. I know that I enjoyed it. I hope the fans enjoyed it. But just overall, definitely wanted to get the win. Just tough way, but we're going to St. Louis next weekend and see if we can get the Cooper Standard Ford F-150 finally in victory lane.
You still got to smile. How do you smile after that? Because you had it, man.
I mean, I was sleeping on couches 2 years ago. Never even pictured I was going to have a ride. So just be full time with Brad Keselowski Racing and signed by Ford Development. It's a blessing. So just thankful to be here and going to the next one.
And just tell me about Buddy Cisco. There was no better cheerleader on your radio than him tonight. What was it like working with him?
Yeah, obviously it's unfortunate that Hillman's not here, but Buddy did a heck of a job. He definitely likes to get you up on the wheel, and he's definitely cheerleading us along the way. But I mean, I feel really comfortable. I'm confident it's going to be going into these next 3 races without Hillman, and if we can keep doing finishes like that, that's what we need to do.
Harder to get any closer than that and not get the victory, Vince.
I loved his attitude about it, though. 2 years ago, I was sleeping on a couch. You know, second place, even under these circumstances, in the big perspective of it all. It's pretty appropriate, I think, mindset for Chase Briscoe to carry.
It really is. Kerry Shear and Briggs Cunningham gave him an opportunity to run the ARCA Series. He dominated that series with 6 wins in the championship. Brad Keselowski saw something in him, put him in this truck, and